Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I want to talk about gold and why I use different golds for different purposes. And I'm going to break it basically into two types of gold. Golds that float and golds that do not float. So on the floating side, you have both by BakerModern.art, you have Extreme Sheen and then the Bigger Jar of 24 karat gold. Both of these, I think, have a little bit of oil in them, which is what causes them to pop to the surface so much and create all of those types of cells that you're looking for. This one, I think, does a little bit more. I know this is what Sarah Mack really likes to use when she's doing her galaxy pours and stuff like that. But I like to use these very, very sparingly. As Kathleen Osmer would say, they are very, very bossy. So they take over very easily. But when used with discretion, they can create some beautiful cells and beautiful just effects in general. So I like to layer these next to white, especially white that has just a touch of the BakerModern satin enamel in it, because that also is going to help pop. And they create just really beautiful cell structures. So if I want that, that's what I'm going for. And I'll talk a little bit more about this when I'm painting, okay? Now, over here, I have the paints that do not float. What you see me use the most when I want a gold that's going to stay where I put it is iridescent gold fine deep, and from Golden. And this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. But it is very pricey, so, you know, I want to be cognizant of that. These are two other golds that I use a lot in the same sort of application. Aztec Gold by Arteza is a really deep, rich gold. I love that. And then Modern Masters, this is Rust-Oleum's soft gold. This is another really just beautiful gold that will stay where you want it to be, okay? So my plan is that I'm going to do 3 paintings. One where I only use, for gold, I only use this. And then the other one, I'm pretty sure I have this mixed up, not this. And then the third one, I will do layers of both. And I'll be able to show you a little more how each one of them works in a fluid art painting, okay? So I'll bring you down, I'll show you the rest of my colors, and then we'll get painting. Okay, here we are with colors. This is for my base coat, and this are drips that I've saved, strained, added a little bit of black, and added a little bit of Modern Masters Sapphire to give it a really pretty shimmer. And then here I have Golden's Payne's Gray, Golden's Carbon Black. This is my white that I like, and I'll put that recipe below, but it's about half and half pearl white from Modern Masters and half just a soft body acrylic. It can be Blick or Artist Loft, whatever, and then just a small spoonful of the BakerModern satin enamels. And that is going to give a really pretty effect. And then here I have Golden's Prussian Blue. And then for my golds, I have my iridescent gold. Beautiful. And then I also have my 24 karat gold. Okay. So the other thing here, I think you can kind of see this on the camera, is it has kind of almost a glitter effect to it. So I think it's because the gold pigment isn't ground quite as finely. And that sometimes leaves an effect that I don't want. So that's one of the other reasons I don't always use this as my gold of choice. And I'll hopefully be able to show you that in a dry result. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for this one, we're starting off with the 24 karat gold. And like I said, a little goes a long way because it will take over very easily. So just putting a little bit in the bottom. And I like to follow that up with a little bit of the white. Then I'm going to go for my Prussian blue. So give me a nice kind of bright center. And my Payne's Gray. Prussian blue. Put that next to a little bit of white. Not a lot. A little bit of my 24 karat gold. I'm going to follow that with some Payne's Gray. And a little bit of black. And one last little bit of Prussian blue. Now, I'm going to set this aside for just a second. Get these guys out of the way. And put a quick base coat down. I just like to give a quick torch. There we go. I'm going to start up kind of high. More of a dirty pour style. Kind of get some cool effects from that. Then I'm going to bring it in. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's okay. No big deal. Okay. So, not sure if you can see this, but you already get a little bit of that floating aspect there. So let's start opening this up. And actually, I'm going to give this a quick torch also. Just going to start swirling it first to just kind of get it to slowly open up. I really like everything that's going on here. So it's hard to know what I'm going to kind of get rid of. But I think I'm going to start by bringing it off this corner. Give it something to anchor to. There we go. Bring it back. Ah, that is gorgeous already. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up this way a little bit. Now, I'm okay with the fact that I'm losing that kind of circly shape. There we go. Bring it back. Take that right to the edge. There we go. Hmm. So I'm going to bring this back this way just a little bit. Back to the center. And then I think I'm going to open all this up a little bit. I'm really kind of liking this almost pathway looking thing that's going on. Ooh. Okay, I'm in love with that. I am leaving that just as it is. It's always tempting to keep fiddling with things, but I am really, really liking this. And it's given me a really good example to show you guys of what this 24 karat gold does. So I'm going to clean off my edges a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you guys in and show you the wet results for this one. Here's the wet walkthrough. And this really is a great example of how this gold works next to the white, so that you get these really cool boulder cells. Loving this. And you can see how that gold kind of floats, almost like a glitter. Go. Another really good example of that. That was the center. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So that is the 24 karat gold. Okay. So this time I'm using the iridescent gold. Okay. Let's try this again. I think I'm going to take the white out. I'm not liking, or I think I'm going to take the black out. I'm not liking the way the black and white are working together in this particular, it's getting a little gray. So, blue, got some Prussian, smidge of white, McCain's gray, do some gold, some Prussian, sprinkle of white, some more Prussian, and a little layer of gold. Okay. Go. Okay. Let's do the same thing. I'm just going to open it up a little bit. Yeah, this is looking better. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and just anchor it off of this corner up here. Bring it back. I'm going to bring it off up here. Back. Let's see. Okay. Whew. I actually kind of like that. Maybe just a little bit more, but I do like that kind of thick band of gold.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Here we are. So I think you can see very quickly how different this gold reacts. You have a lot more clear definition. Now here it does look a little foggy, but that's mostly because the Prussian blue is a very transparent color, so it just gives that sort of effect. But you can see how it doesn't bubble up. It doesn't give you the boulder cells. It stays kind of where you put it, which for a lot of applications is exactly what I want. And I really am glad I repoured this. I love this composition, and it gives a much clearer example of the gold. So I am a total dingbat, and I forgot to turn my camera on. But I don't want to repour this cup. I don't want to waste it. So this is alternating bands of the 24 karat gold and the iridescent gold. Okay. So starting up high.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Oh yeah. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
are with the wet walkthrough. This isn't the most perfect example of what I was trying to show because a lot of my iridescent gold got poured off in sacrifice to the composition, but you can still see right next to each other how the different golds react. There we go. And I think this is a really pretty piece. I love these little wispies. Hopefully this dries really nicely because I think it is just stunning. Here we are with the dry walkthrough. So I will start over here. This is the iridescent gold only, and you can see how nicely that stays separated from the other colors. I didn't end up loving this composition. I do wish that I'd stretched this out a little bit more and opened more of this up, but it still gives you a really good example of what the iridescent gold does as far as staying where you want it to be. And then over here, this is the 24 karat gold, and I'm not sure if you can see the sparkle in the light here, but it does have a little more of a, glittery isn't the right word, but a thicker, heavier pigment. So, and you can see the gorgeous cell structure you get from placing the gold next to the white there. And these are the little bits of gold that pop up after stretching. Look at that. I really love this piece. And then last but not least, this is using iridescent gold and the 24 karat gold in the same painting, and that shows you really clearly the difference between the two of them. You can see the iridescent gold here in the bands, and then the 24 karat gold in the cells there. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please put them in the drop down below. I'm always happy to answer, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you.